I'm going to highlight two stocks in this video. The first one being US Steel, symbol X, and they are the largest integrated steel manufacturer in North America. Now, a lot of their profits come from creating the tubular steel that is used in the pipelines for the oil rigs. That accounts of a third of their revenue. Another 20% comes from the automobiles. They have links with GM, Ford, and Daimler Chrysler. Now, Goldman Sachs came out yesterday and they were very, very bullish on the steel sector. And one of the names that they highlighted was US Steel. And we started seeing calls pour into this after they came out with the comments. And then last night Obama spoke and he was talking about repairing the infrastructure in our economy, and that's just another reason because buyers are buying the rumor that Obama will actually follow through with it, and that's another thing that's sparking the stock. And on the left side you have a weekly chart, and on the right side you have the daily chart. We have a buy signal on the PPS on both of them. We're above the 5673 monthly pivot level, which is bullish. We broke out of this downtrend from the high we put in the beginning of January, and we are heading for the 6212 resistance area. And if you go back and look at the weekly chart, if we keep breaking through these prior resistance levels, the R1, R2, 6658, and so, it's going to lead us back up to the 7095 to 71 level, which is also where the 200-day moving average is on the weekly. Now, going over the weekend, my thoughts were US Steel was going to pull up, retest this trend line, and then break down as it would reflect on a lower high. But all of the technicals get thrown outside the window after you see Goldman Sachs, which is one of the most profitable banks ever in history in the entire world, comes out and makes bullish comments. And then, of course, Obama's speech, and then the massive call volumes. And now we could only be bullish. So keep this one on your radar. And over 6212, I'm just going to keep buying it and riding it up, guys. Next stock that I'm going to look at is Nvidia. And everybody I know is talking about shorting this stock, and they have been getting killed lately. You see this move off the open? 24.37. If you want to short something, you short a dog. You don't short a stock that keeps going up, because it has so much money flow coming into it. You're just crazy to be on the opposite side. You're going to keep getting killed. Stop trying to call tops. If you want to call a top, look for a stock that's fundamentally broken and technically at the same time, and then try to scale into your shorts. I know people going in here and buying 100 put contracts at a time, losing tens of thousands of dollars, and these aren't very big players in the market. I look at these social networking like StockTwits and stuff, everyone's wanting to short it. Anyways, that's enough of that rant. Now I'm going to go into what this company does. Nvidia focuses on building graphic chips, and about 80% of the chips that it creates goes into PCs. The other 20% go into handheld devices, video game consoles, like the PlayStation 3 for an example. They have a contract with Sony that builds them. Also, on the other hand, they build some products for Xbox as well. And we all know that if you're a serious gamer, you have either a PS3 or an Xbox 360. Or an Alienware gaming computer, or they even make other types, but Alienware is one of the best. They also have Share building the chips for the Alienware computers. Their competitors are Intel and AMD. About 53% of their revenue comes in making these GeForce chips that are dedicated to the gaming computers like I just explained. 5% of the revenue comes from building the chips that go into the Motorola and Sony cell phones. And now what they've been doing since 2009 is entering into a different market. It's called the supercomputing market, and they say it's going to get big. That's what's been spurring a lot of buying in the stock lately. The chips that they create for that market are called Quadro chips, and that accounts for 15% of the revenue. And like I said, they think that this is really going to continue growing this market and eventually going to lead to about 23% of their revenue within the next year and a half to 2 years. And the other 26% of the revenue comes from integrating multi-functions and maximizing computer resource use from power processing and memory. And that also leads into them building stuff for the Xbox 360. That's a part of this market. And another interesting fact about Nvidia is they build products that also gets bought by Intel and AMD. So those are their competitors, and they're still getting products bought from them from the competitors. So that's another good thing. We're looking at the weekly chart on the left here, which I'm now going to switch to a monthly. The high at the tip of the 2008 rally was $39.67, and then we dropped all the way down to $6 a share before we rallied back. When we got over the $18.95 level, that's when you saw aggressive buying come through. All the news came in, and now looking at the monthly chart, the next level that we're really gunning for is $25.97, and that's the high dating all the way back from December of 2006. We're almost there today with a high of $25.72. So now that you know the fundamentals of this company, now we just have to watch the chart, and they keep rallying it. So what we're going to pay attention to is how does it act when it hits the $25.97 level, which should be there either today or tomorrow, and then the $27.50, and then if there's a lot of supply in there, maybe you could take some profits. But if not, they're just going to continue running this thing up to 31, and then you can just keep drawing levels, 37 and all the way up to the 39.67 all-time high. The point of this video is, guys, do not short a strong stock. Alright, have a good day trading.